Welcome back to, what is this, episode 5?
Something like that. Episode 5 of the White Line Podcast.
Now it's episode 5. So
yes,
we just
sir.
called it. All right. So today we're going to be talking about how to vet out a girlfriend. You know, a man like me, I don't really advocate for having a girlfriend at this time, especially when you're young. Most of these girls aren't worth it, and you still got a lot of shit to work on before you do that. But if you genuinely feel like you're ready and you're ready to settle down and you need to know what to look for, we're going to break down a few points. Actually, a lot of fucking points.
Yes, sir.
A lot of shit.
We got a lot of shit. One thing that should be noted is that if you're over the age of, like, let's say 25, I mean, it's your life. Honestly, you could, like, do whatever. But if you're over the age of 25, you really shouldn't be looking for a girlfriend. You should be looking for a wife. So these are going to be the qualities that you want to look out for a wife. If you're just dating to gain experience, that's kind of a different avenue because you can look past some of this stuff because you're already anticipating that it's not going to last and that, you know, it's just for the experience of having a girlfriend. Like, you know, I know for myself at some point in my life, I was like, you know, I want to get a girlfriend just so I see what it's like, you know, if I could handle it, if I could be loyal, if I could do my duties and, you know.
If you could add to the villain arc.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly. That bitch broke my heart.
Yeah, and then you can make cool TikTok edits.
Exactly.
And post corny ass quotes under it, but still get a lot of views because most people are corny.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So let's go to the elephant in the room. Guy friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Look, that motherfucker better be gay, 300 pounds, or fucking both.
Exactly.
I'm not fucking with that.
If the guy best friend looks like you in any sense, you're cooked. You're cooked.
Because what he usually is like, if you're an 8, he's you, but he's a 6.5. And he's been waiting. And he might have got it once and they just don't tell you. He's waiting.
He might have got it once. And that's the thing about guy friends, right?
It's so true.
It's so true.
Yeah.
That's the thing about guy friends is a lot of them, a lot of dudes, they mistake it and think, you know, oh, he's ugly or he's short or he's this and that you're safe. Yo, some bitches, the standard is on the fucking floor.
Yeah, they just
like, what's the saying? A shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on.
Bars. I think Moses said that.
Exactly. Moses said that when he parted the sea. When he parted the sea, he said, "A shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on."
Word.
Your girl at some point has been vulnerable enough to where she went running to that dude and ended up fucking him. And even if it wasn't some type of traumatic experience, there's been a moment in time where she said, yeah, or there's been many moments in time where she said, yeah. And you gotta remember, we all have seen an ugly ass dude with a bad bitch. So your girl being an 8, 9, 10, you're thinking, oh, she would never get with a 6 or a 4 or whatever. That bitch would, and she has.
And yo, especially when they're younger, because like a lot of these guy friends come around from early high school. The competition's so bad in early high school that most of these girls were fucking 6s and 5s and 4s just growing up because like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So that shit carries on. And if you don't think a guy is gonna wait years,
you're sorely mistaken.
yeah, they're gonna wait they're gonna wait decades.
A dude will wait for a bitch that he really wants. A dude will wait like a fucking lifetime, bro. He'll actively go and cheat on his other girl just to get with the bitch that he actually wants to be with. I promise
that
you.
happens a lot too, actually. Like when a girl has a guy friend and then the guy friend gets in a relationship.
Yeah.
The girl, just for the emotional like satisfaction, because maybe, you know, the guy friend's taking attention off of her to go be with his girl, she'll make him cheat.
Yeah.
Just to like say like
and he'll do it too, like pretty easily. It won't take a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely watch out for guy friends. Like, you know, any dude in her life, if it's not her fucking father or brother, just fucking be careful.
Also, too, you kind of said this before, but maybe if she like didn't fuck him, just know something was keeping him around. Yo, girls will send like on borderline nudes to their guy friends
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
like entertain them and keep them at bay and get some validation. Like, oh, thank you for picking out my Instagram photos. Like, what the fuck? Like, what type of shit is that? Like, I don't know.
Super crazy shit. There was actually I'll tell a story. This was like in high school. I'll just say this just so that my lady doesn't get upset as if it's current. But back in high school, I had this female friend or whatever, and I used to go over to her house at like 1 a.m. in the morning, and like we never did anything like, you know, crazy, but like,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Damn, I'm nice. Fuck, I do this shit.
Yeah, but I would go over to her house like, you know, 1 a.m. I would steal my grandfather's car and then fucking drive over to her crib and then like just like sneak in, and then we would just be chilling, and then like we would do like kind of like, you know, not crazy shit but weird shit, like, you know, dirty dancing and shit like that.
Or like a massage.
Yeah, like a massage, or like, you know, she would like show me her arch and shit, and I'd be behind her and shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, we were just friends. We never did anything, but we were just friends.
And keep in mind, this girl has a boyfriend right now. And if her boyfriend knew this, he'd be fucking sick to his stomach.
And if he knew that her type wasn't what he is,
Especially because you're fucking black.
yep.
That's way worse. That's like, if you're a white girl and you're with a black guy, that counts as 5 bodies.
Exactly. Not only does it count as 5 bodies, but on top of that, the 2 bodies that she had in high school were both black. So that's like at least 15 bodies that was before him. And then
I'm gonna throw up.
yeah, and then I know that there were some other bop tops that she gave to some other
Bomb tops.
to some other dudes.
This podcast is fucked. Oh,
She gave some bop. She gave some bop tops to some other black dudes. So again, be wary, bro. That was just my friend. I didn't do anything, but some other dudes that were just friends with her got to do some stuff.
just friends. That's right.
So I think, yeah, beware of guy friends.
Move tact. All right. So that covers it for guy friends. I don't
Yeah.
Actually, I want to add one more thing. If you're a real one, you're a guy, and you're like genuinely a real one, unless you're having a girl as a friend to get into more social circles and probably get with her friends, or just up your status by being seen with beautiful women, there is no fucking reason as a man that you should have female friends.
Yeah.
Like, for what? Because I rarely have time to see my own man friends. This is what I tell girls. They'll ask me, they're like, how come you never like have female friends or like want to just be friends? I'm like, because I struggle to keep relationships with my boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't have fucking time for you. And
Exactly.
it's like, what do you bring to my life? Like, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you're hot and you just give me status and like people look and then you like set me up with them or something. There's no fucking reason to ever have a girlfriend.
Exactly. And you know, like girl relationships are so high maintenance, right? Like we can like, you know, talk to each other once a fucking month and we know like we're tight, right? But with the girl, like you have to constantly be like, hey, like how was your day? Or like, you know, just like always be entertaining them. And like, here's the thing is that girls pretty much half-ass life, right? They kind of just get to like dilly-dally. If a bitch is like, you know, slacking off at work, people are just like, it's
girl.
yeah, she's just a girl.
And I work like blue collar. If you're a fucking female in the blue collar field, you don't do shit. Nobody asks you to do
Yeah.
shit. Any heavy lifting, oh, give it to the men. I'm just here to like look important.
Pretty much. They usually give you like the desk job or like something to do with the computers. I've seen it a couple of times with different jobs that I worked at. It's usually like the most like easy
Some
shit.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
Even if they give them the hard shit, they're not held to the same standard.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, like women, like they you got another one? Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, like women kind of like half-ass life, so it's a bit different. Like they'll be able to text you all day while they're at work, and you'll have to cater to them because at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, "You didn't really talk to me today," you know? And this is just your friend. This isn't even like your lady.
Yeah, bestie, why don't you like me anymore?
Bestie, like, why don't you like me? Like, why didn't you talk to me today, bitch? Because I have a job, you know?
And they'll talk to you when the guy that they're fucking with fucks them over. You'll hear everything.
Yeah.
Just remember, he was digging in those fucking guts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And here's another thing is that if you are in the position where you're the guy best friend or whatever, and you hear how this dude is fucking up, excuse me, you hear how this guy is fucking up and you're like, now's my chance. I promise you next week he's gonna be back in that shit.
Whatever that guy is doing, you need to start doing it.
Exactly. You need to take notes. Yeah. Anything that she's complaining about, take a look at what he's doing and apply it to that bitch and apply it to all the other bitches because she's whipped enough to be complaining about it.
Yeah.
A bitch that really is indifferent about something, that's when you know she don't care.
She'll be like, I paid for his meal and then he fucked me and then literally blocked me on Instagram. And then you just text back, good, you probably deserved it. She'll be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
How did you get like this? Score. That's it. All right. So no more guy friends.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. This bitch is clubbing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lord.
No. I can't even take a bitch serious.
Let's take it to the base. Mm-hmm. Why is she going to the club?
To find dudes.
Why do dudes go to the club?
To find bitches. A plus B equals she wants to get fucked.
A plus B equals D.
Yes, sir. Damn,
bro.
But
Nice.
Yeah, bro, like the club, I've never personally like dated a girl that, you know, likes to go to the club often. You know? Like my current lady, I know that she wants to, but she has like enough respect for me to where she won't do it as often or at all, really. Like maybe like once a year, bro.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes it's okay.
Yeah, sometimes you throw a bone. It's like, I won't trip about this one, you know? Like it's been a year since the last time you went. I'll let you have this one.
For real. And if all it takes is one time for her to cheat when she goes to the club, you guys aren't going to make it far either way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, being exposed to the club multiple times a month, whatever, 5 times a year, if they're exposed enough and so many opportunities pass, eventually something's going to stick. I'm not saying she's going to go all the way.
Yeah.
Something's eventually going to be like, this guy grinded on your fucking girl. You need to leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And here's the thing is that with the club, if you're a dude that doesn't go to the club with your girl also, you don't fucking know what happens. Especially like for my personal like case, I don't have Snapchat. I don't have any of my girls on Instagram or anything like that. So anything that my girl does outside of the 4 walls of my home, I have no fucking clue of what goes on.
Yeah.
I can't see and stalk somebody's Snapchat and find out. It's just like kind of up in the air. So if you're a dude that doesn't go with your girl to the club, there are so many different opportunities that, you know, a dude is grinding on her. She's making out with some random dude. She's getting drunk and doing whatever behind some bush around the corner. Like anything, bro. Like there's always crazy shit that's happening like with the club. And obviously like which goes into another one, but like the drinking situation at the club. Like most people go to the club to get drunk and dance. You know, most bitches at least, right? Like you go to the club, you get drunk to feel loose and, you know, inhibitions and shit like that. It's kind of self-explanatory, my boy. Like, you know.
It's also on a more deeper spiritual level. It's so fucking like, we're gonna say it's so Matrix. Like just the whole club environment.
Yeah.
It's so fucking degenerate.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not saying you can't ever enjoy the club, but if you're someone who like I never wake up on the weekend. You're like, oh, I can't wait to go to the club. You have a girl who's like, fuck, I really just want to go party and dance and get drunk and be in the club lights. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't like hearing about that shit because I'm like, why are you fucking retarded?
Exactly.
You know, like it's so weird.
If you have the opportunity, like if she says that shit before you guys start getting serious, like take it and be like, you know, this bitch ain't really for me.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's usually too late. Like, you know, you're already attached to the bitch, and then you find out, oh, this bitch likes to go clubbing, or this bitch likes to do this and that, you know, and it's too late. You're like, I kind of like this bitch a lot, you know, I'm gonna just stick it out. But if she like kind of reveals that part, or you met the bitch in the club and she like, you know, really likes the club that much, just kind of let it go and say, this isn't like somebody that I can see.
Take serious.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah. Degenerate as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The second elephant.
Oh, yeah.
Room, it must be a big room because there's a lot.
This is one of the
elephants.
Infinity Stones. This is one of the Infinity Stones.
Put it right in the middle.
Yeah.
Body count.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh
sir.
no. Oh
Man,
Lord.
I have so much passion about this one because it's like, my lady gets so upset at me every like week or two about it, because anytime I insult a female, like we're watching one of these like dating shows like Love Island or some shit. And like anytime I just see a female do some shit, I always call her a hoe, a slut.
Because they are.
Exactly.
They're on fucking Love Island. You're degenerate.
Exactly.
What
And she's like, why don't you say that about the dudes? I'm like, because it's not the same, you know?
They don't understand.
Yeah, there's different insults. Like if you call a dude broken, like a bum, that's hurtful.
That hurts. If you call a girl broke, it's just
you know, like who gives a fuck if a girl doesn't have money, right? But if you're a dude and you don't have motion, everybody fucking just hates you already.
Yeah.
So, you know, like being a hoe as a woman is like probably the worst thing that you could do for yourself. Yeah, like you can murder somebody and like that still wouldn't even be.
I'd rather have like a virgin who murdered someone than a girl with 20 bodies.
Honestly. Honestly.
I mean that.
Me too.
I'm not
I
kidding.
mean it, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, body count. What are your thoughts?
So, breaking it down on a biological level, the more, all right. So, when we bond with someone, there's literal chemical reactions in our brains. Like the first time we like have sex with someone, and especially when it's your first time. This is another thing about body count. A girl will always somewhat be attached to the man she lost her V card to. And if it's not you, I'm sorry.
And you know what that's called? Imprinting.
Imprint.
She's gonna have that imprint, dude. And if you're not it, you're cooked, because that person is always gonna be in the back of her mind for the rest of her life.
The only way you could somewhat reverse that is you gotta pipe that bitch like no other.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Because even like, I think about it, I feel bad whoever gets my ex after me.
Yeah.
Because I would put that bitch in a hospital bed, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I was cracking the fuck out of that. But then it's like, you know, imagine being that dude and just knowing how bad your girl got fucking railed.
Yeah, bro.
Like, no, like you can't even compare. Even if you could match it, still the same. And it was before you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what happens is, with back to the whole, you know, bonding thing, I think it's called pair bonding. It loses its value after a while, because it's like, if she's been with two people, the third means something. If she's been with 5 people, the 6th one, it means something, nothing too much.
Yeah.
She's been with 10 people and you're 11. Especially if it's in a short period of time, you're basically a number.
Yeah.
She probably has that list in her fucking phone.
Yeah.
And you're just a name in that list.
Yeah. That's a great point. Like each time your girl gets with somebody, and this goes for guys too, but it's, you know,
Not an emotional connection.
yeah, it's not an emotional connection, right? But like each time she's with somebody, they take a little piece of her, right? And like that special part where it's like, the pair bonding,
her pureness.
yeah, her pureness, like it starts off really strong. And then after each time, it just weakens and weakens and weakens. And it's kind of like, a social media post or a bitch that does OnlyFans. It suddenly becomes not special anymore after everybody has already touched it and seen it, right? And so like when you're with a girl that has been with a whole bunch of other dudes and you're like the last person to fucking touch it, it's not worth anything. And honestly, the value that she holds on it won't be the same as if it was the first person.
The easier you are to get, the easier you are to forget. This is another thing that bothers me. If you're a man and you're really on your shit, like you're fucking dope, you're like attractive, you have your finances in check, you're well groomed, nice car or nice place, whatever. Your girl has been with 10 men before you. These men that you are 99% probably better than took the same girl that you were spending all your time, energy, and money with her, fucked her, and threw her to the side.
Facts.
Does that say more about the men or does it say more about your girl?
Yes, sir. And that brings up another point because when I was in my demon era, right, I would do this thing and almost like make it a game out of it of just seeing how little effort I can put into a bitch or even myself and still get the outcome that other dudes are spending money on. And like I wouldn't take a girl out. I've had girls pay for my food at Burger King, like first date, just like take me to Burger King and buy me a Whopper. I've had girls come and pick me up. I've had, I've fucking smashed a bitch in stolen clothes from Target and Walmart. Are you kidding me? Like, that was an actual game that I would play. Like, okay, I don't tell the bitch my name. I'm wearing stolen clothes from Walmart and Target. I don't pay for anything. And I still smash the bad bitch that you're spending your money on, taking her to fucking Nobu and shit like that and doing all this, cuck work just to get some V-Box, and I got it for free. I actually got paid for it, basically.
Yeah, it's sad to say too, but being someone's boyfriend, you're basically cucking yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what
and here's the thing.
To an extent.
He can say it because he's been in a relationship where he's been the last person to touch.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like you're basically cucking yourself. Yeah. So if you're gonna cuck yourself, make it fucking worth it.
Yeah.
Make it someone who it's not embarrassing to be with. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, facts.
So
facts.
All right, we could talk about body count all fucking day.
Yeah, we'll move on.
We're gonna move on. Yeah. Just obviously. All right, before we move on, what would you say is too high?
I was just gonna ask you that too.
Okay.
Obviously depends on age.
Yes, that's huge. Yeah.
So what are we?
We're gonna say a girl is 21. We'll speak to the
21
majority of people.
21 for dating.
To date her, or you could date anything.
Like to have respect for her alongside with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like wife.
Yeah, like wife. Shit. I'd say like anything from 1 to 3, 4.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say like if it was 4, there better be a good fucking explanation behind 4.
Yeah. It's more like I am the 4th one. Like I'd rather like exactly. Something like that. And it's still kind of like it's pushing it for wife material, but it's like you know what? Maybe 1 was a mistake, and I was just like, fine, whatever.
And truthfully, it's 2024.
Yeah.
What are if she marks off all the other boxes that we're gonna go through, and she has 4.
I have a question though. Do you give justification for the circumstance of the body? Like if it's like it was a relationship or a one night stand, do you like?
Yeah, there's definitely worse. Like there's definitely other. Like if she caught 4 bodies because she had a train ran on her, No.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she had a boyfriend when she was 14, she had sex for the first time, then she didn't have sex for a whole year. She met a guy in high school, they were seeing each other.
Yeah.
This is the problem. Girls will say things like, they'll be 19. My body count's only 6. When you really break down the time period,
Yeah.
it's fucking kind of gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's only 6. When did you lose your V card? 17.
Yeah.
So that's like over 2 bodies a year.
Yeah.
Past 2 years. Is our mics on? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. This is too good for this not to be recording. I'd fucking freak. I tweak out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna say max 4
Yeah. Yeah. 4.
because we kind of have to be realistic.
Yeah. You see, I think like certain ones may be a bit better, and I don't mean that out of like a genuine opinion. It's more so like out of my personal response that I found is that usually when it's, you know what? Actually, I'm lying. I think the thing that mainly differentiates the two between like it being all right, fine, or it not being fine is how honest they are. You ever see like a person that acts like a good girl, like I don't usually do this, and they have like 10 bodies? That hurts a lot more than a hoe that's like, yeah, I sucked a little dick, and you know, like I've been with and seen some hoes that are like, yeah, like, you know, I have 10 bodies or whatever, and like they just kind of own it, and it's like, yeah, like it's just, you know, I'm kind of liberated or whatever. I'm like, you know what? I kind of respect that because you're honest and transparent with who you are. But when a bitch is like, you know, I'm a good girl, I have strict parents and I don't come from that or whatever, and you find out the bitch like fuck 10 dudes or more, you're like heartbroken. You're like, I expected more, you know?
There's honesty.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also like, if a girl's being honest with you and she's like, I have 10 bodies, and she genuinely does, still don't like that.
Yeah, no.
But respect the honesty.
Yeah. It makes you feel it's a little less jarring.
That's why girls lie.
Yeah, I mean they have to, you know.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, if I was a girl and I was, you know, sucking dick and shit, I'd probably lie too. Yeah.
Probably.
Unless I found Jesus, then that's a different.
Yeah. The end of the day, everyone's lying.
Yeah.
When they're dating. All right. So the next one we got is family relationship and their relationship with their dad, or just an add-on with family. Is their mom or sister a big hoe?
Yeah. That'll tell you a lot.
So like obviously you want a girl who's family oriented. Now I know a lot of hoes that are family oriented. But it's a good rule of thumb, like if you're trying to go long term with this girl, you want her to want to have kids, if that's something you want, obviously. You want her to want to have kids and just have like a strong bond with her family. Because any girl who has like a strong bond with her family doesn't want to disappoint them. But when a girl is already a disappointment to her family or just doesn't give a fuck what they think, her standards for how to act are in the gutter. Because they have nothing like of shame. They have no shame.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, do you care about your last name? Do you care that your brother is going to go to school like under you, like your little brother, and then he's going to have to know that his sister was getting fucking railed by everyone? Yeah. Shit like that.
That's crazy.
It's small stuff like that. And then breaking it down with, you know, their dad. Whatever relationship a girl has with her father usually manifests in her relationships with other men. So the things that she doesn't get from her father, say he's kind of absent and he kind of just is in and out of her life or not there at all, she's going to search for that in other men. And around that age, most guys just want to fuck. Yeah. Actually, at all times, most guys just want to fuck.
Yeah.
But that comfort, because at the end of the day, it's comfortable to her that guys are in and out of her life because that's all she's ever known. So she's still like fiending for that masculine figure, and it also kind of puts them on harder dudes, so like more thuggish and stuff like that, because it's a hard figure, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the complete opposite of anything she's ever got, and opposites attract. So if she doesn't really have a father in her life, or maybe her dad passed, life isn't perfect, things happen, maybe she has an uncle that plays father to her and is a good male role model to show her what a man is supposed to be like, that's okay. But if there's no good male figure, there's probably some shit going on.
Yeah. And to that point is even with everything that he just said, it's not 100%, because the outside influence, like how effective it is nowadays, like it's hard to raise your kid. And that's like one of the fears that I have with having kids, is that I won't be able to influence them enough to be like, you know, effective contributing members to society and shit like that. Like I just feel like the outside world, like, you know, changes us so much, you know, like a lot of the shit that I, you know, picked up from my parents, I feel like it was either tainted or ruined just by being around, you know, different outside people, seeing the news, like, you know, like shit like that. Even watching like Disney Channel and shit. Like my dad said, don't trust a hoe. Disney's Channel said, forgive hoes and like, you know, be a cuck. And then exactly. And then like I became Mr. Cuckman throughout high school until I started to realize, and then like, you know, kind of see what the fuck was going on. Yeah. So like, you know, even if she does have a strong, like, you know, family role model, father figure, whatever, still be wary and like vet it out and like, you know, see.
There's really like so much that, well, and we're gonna cover it. We're just kind of scratching the main surface right now. So with the dad, just be very aware of that. Be aware that whatever her dad doesn't give her, she'll probably try to go find somewhere else. Now, with the women in her life, if her mom is a hoe, I grew up like, my parents got divorced when I was 10, so I lived with my mom and my sister. So I lived in like all female household. And the mom will say things to the daughter that's like girl code. It's just a different bond. It's like the same way if you talk to your dad and you're like, oh, I fucked that bitch. And you're like, oh yeah. And you know, you wouldn't say that to your mother. They have the same connection because they're girls. So if the mom is a hoe, she's gonna tell her daughter, like, you know, I wasn't always an angel when I was 20. You know? I went out and partied too at one point. She's gonna say that it's okay and shit like that. You know, she's gonna put it in her head, because in her head she thinks it's okay because she got married. She's not thinking about her daughter's future. She's just hoping, you know, when the right guy comes around, her daughter could just flip the switch and know better. Most of them can't. Or if she has an older sister who's, you know, a hoe and they're in high school together or whatever. She's constantly seeing her sister bring guys in and out the house. Probably not it. I think the main thing that you want to like look out for is just, you know, what the female role models are validating in her life. You know, like don't let it be, you know, oh, it's okay, you're young, you're learning, like shit like that. Like that's what having a strong father figure does, is it invalidates the poor decisions that you make, because as a teenager, as a kid or whatever, you make shitty decisions and you think you're right, but you're really not right. You know, you don't like know that you were wrong until after the fact, right? So, you know, just try to find and see what type of role models her mother and sisters are, and you know, see if they validate her shitty decisions. Yeah, and that's why also having a dad around is so important, because he kind of restores that order. Because females, like, they're emotional, they're not as logical. Sometimes they can go a little haywire with their beliefs. And then the man is kind of there to be like, yo, like, you're tripping right now, you know? So
again, like females live so freely, bro.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just they don't think
Yeah.
like
At all.
long term
Yeah.
or at all.
Yeah,
That's
they,
what we're
don't,
feminists, though.
they
We're
don't. Yeah,
feminists.
we're feminists,
It's
but
'cause
they
we
don't
care.
think. Exactly.
That's right. All right. So that covers it for family, I would say. This is a huge one. This is another infinity stone right here. Alcohol, mainly weed, and if you're in drugs,
Yeah.
if you're with a girl who's popping fucking pills,
I think you're the problem at that point.
bro,
Yeah,
what?
nah,
If your girl does
nah.
cocaine, like what the fuck are you even doing?
That's crazy, yeah.
That's crazy shit. Alcohol, there's a reason they call that shit spirit. Like you go to a spirit store, it's a liquor store. That shit, whether you're like religious or not, it basically possesses people. They say shit that they wouldn't say when they're sober. Like if you ever have a girlfriend and she's drunk, she'll bring up the topics that she would never bring up when she's sober to you because she never had the guts to say it. And if she can't say it sober, she shouldn't say it, period.
Yeah.
Messy drunks, girls get fucking messy when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, damn, bro. I feel like every time we make a
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
World War Z is going on outside, bro. Like,
I was
what
just
the
watching
fuck?
that fucking movie too. It's my favorite movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. I watch it like at least once a month.
Yeah, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that was fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
Girls get really messy when they're drunk. If your girl's a sloppy drunk, she's done some shit while she's drunk. She's out here like kissing her fucking friends when she's drunk.
Yeah.
Get rid of that bitch, yo.
Yeah.
That shit's disgusting.
Yeah, there are so many like things bitches do when they're drunk. Like me personally, I can't even tolerate it. Like if a girl, you know, is always trying to get drunk, is trying to find an opportunity anytime to get drunk, and doesn't see it as a poor quality, you know, like you gotta get rid of the bitch, because there are a lot of girls out there that are like, oh, it's like fine, like, you know, I can control myself and like, you know, it's not that bad. I do it in moderation. If you're doing it like once a week, I'm not sure that's not moderation at all. You know, like
Once a month, maybe.
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 I mean, I don't drink, so I don't know. You know, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. So I don't really know what the effects are and what moderation is. But from my outside perspective, a fucking once a week isn't moderation, and like, you know, craving it and wanting to do it over and over again is a fucking addiction if I'm not mistaken.
Also, if you have a girl who's like drinking multiple times a week, she's one fucking bad event away from being an alcoholic. All it takes is her mom died.
Yeah.
Now she needs something to smother it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That shit's on the edge. On the edge. Especially if she's using alcohol as an outlet to forget about shit. I don't like it. I don't like how girls that I'm with look when they're drunk. When they're fucking screaming loud in the club and the parties. They fucking fight with people when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Act sloppy with their friends. Usually they're throwing up. It's just like, this is supposed to be like the mother of my kids. This shit's like disgusting to look at, and I don't think they realize it.
Yeah.
That's like, you're expecting this woman to be a role model for your daughter, and she's pissing and throwing up behind a bush at a house party because she's fucking hammered. That shit's gross.
That shit is disgusting, bro.
It's gross.
That shit is disgusting. And it's like, you know, just, I mean, the action itself is disgusting. Like, okay, you want to drink this thing to not be yourself, really, and like have this stank ass breath and try to kiss me with it. Like,
yeah.
the whole thing is just like, just disgusting, bro. I can't even say. I mean,
messy.
Same thing with the drugs thing. Like, you know, I think the only time I've really been around, you know, girls that are like on drugs is prom night.
Did girls take like for real drugs on prom night?
At the after party thing.
Really? They took like drugs.
The Comac ones.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
Comac, that's what it was.
the Comac.
Coke.
Yeah, they're like Coke and Molly and shit like that.
Yeah.
Those are like really the only time I've been around like, you know,
Yeah.
people on drugs, you know?
Yeah. A lot of people did cocaine in college. That was a big thing.
Yeah. And then weed thing, I mean, I just don't like it. I don't like, being around it at all. Some people, I mean, I know that.
I don't really like girls who smoke, to be honest, because it's just why are you high all the fucking time?
Yeah.
And they're usually stupid as fuck. I don't know any girl who's a pothead that's like genuinely intelligent.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like, they're not smart people at all.
That's true. And you know what? Something else, and something that I used to do, even though I didn't smoke, I would use this tactic to get bitches. But I would be like, Sipes. I'd be like, Sipes. And they would like jump at the opportunity. Like, yeah. I'm like, yo, so I just have to say, I'm going to give you weed and you're going to come suck my dick.
Literally. And that's another thing too. If a girl is on a dating app, and she like puts that she smokes, and especially in her bio, you always see it like, come smoke with me. Do you know how easy that is? Because all that man has to do is be relatively attractive and just be like, yo, I'll smoke you up. And they're like, oh, great.
Yeah.
This is a shit.
Yeah.
And most of their drug dealers are fucking dudes.
Yeah. 100%.
You know?
It's
like, she's not buying it from Susan down the street.
Yeah. There was this one time I was talking to this girl. She lived like kind of deep. I think it was actually PA or whatever. And like she was like texting me and was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to smoke with my friends. I'm like, who are your friends? And he was like, it's these two dudes and my one girlfriend. I'm like, I'm cooked. I'm not even going.
Yeah.
After that, like it was donezo, because it's like, yo, no way you're gonna like, smoke weed with these people and then not suck.
Fucking hood rats.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And she was a snow bunny, so you already know, like, so it's just clipped. It's like those moments you just kind of gotta like cut ties, just be like, you know what, I lost.
Dude, I really hope women watch this, because
Me too.
What you guys do is you'll say things that ruin fucking everything and you have no idea. Like shit like that. Like, I'm smoking with my friends. Oh, who? Tyler, Cody, and I think my friend Jill might pull up. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
So if Jill doesn't pull up, you're smoking with two dudes.
Yeah, that's
either way. You're on a two-man.
Exactly.
It's like,
exactly. You're on a two-man, and on top of that, one like telltale sign like that y'all give away. I mean, everybody does it, but when they say I'm with my friends and not like I'm with my friend Katie or something, or like I'm with my girl or whatever, like when you just say like the vague I'm with my friends or
I'm going to a friend's house.
Yes, bro. You just know that she's getting cracked open and like she's obviously not saying it for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's you're cooked, bro.
No, I've known him since high school.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's like that.
It's like
it's like that.
Yeah, so alcohol, weed, drugs. If your girl smokes a joint once in a blue moon, all right. But if she's constantly fucking high all the time, no.
Yeah.
I don't really like that shit.
Yeah, I don't like any of it.
I've had so many girls who have been potheads, and they're just unintelligent. They're really just slow. They live life so freely in a way that's just
sloppy.
Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
They don't think about shit. They're fucking driving while they're high all the time.
Driving while they're high. They probably work a warehouse job at fucking like Amazon or some shit. And
it's just lame. It's like, don't be a fucking lame,
Yeah.
Next we got, all right,
attire.
So,
Attire, yeah.
No, we got,
okay.
So we got social circle and her hoe friends.
Mm-hmm.
They always say you're a product of the people you hang around with. If your girl's friends are all whores and you go out with them, this is when you really could tell. If you go out with your girl's friends and her friends are just like saying, oh, I fucked this guy last weekend and, I was just with his friend like a month ago. Your girl is also having those convos because she's not like, guys, I don't want to talk about this. Like, no, these are her friends. This is who she chooses to speak to.
Yeah.
Out of all the billions of people in the world, that's who she talks to.
Yeah,
and she's in those fucking convos saying the same shit. So, hoe friends.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, girls give it away. You're just too cucked out to notice it. Your girl will say, or the girl will be like, oh my God, like Vanessa like did this, and that, and like Katie did this, and that. Like, your girl will say this shit and act like, I don't know how they do it. Like, you ever see that shit where they'll spill everything and be like, oh my God, like she's tripping. Like, I don't know why she's fucking all these dudes. That's your girl's friend for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
They're cut from the same cloth. So you just don't be cucked out enough to where you're being Mr. I believe all women type shit, you know?
Here's the thing too, and this is like kind of going back to body count, but I just want to cover this because I feel like nobody in the YouTube space is ever talking about this. There are so many girls who are complete whores when they're single.
Yeah.
And then they get into a relationship and they're genuinely loyal. That's very sad because they have no idea that no matter how loyal they are when they're dating, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, because I'll cheat and not feel a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because I already know you're a whore, so.
Yeah, you deserve less when you're a whore.
I can't treat you how I want to treat you because of the way you let other people treat you for so long.
That's so facts though. That's so facts. Yeah.
They don't understand that. I'm like, you're fucking gone already. Like, you're a lost cause. I don't know who's gonna love you, but it's not gonna be. I'm serious. I feel bad. I feel bad because like I have women in my life who like I'm not like I don't want to say I'm related. I'm just I have women that I'm related to, not my sister. My sister is a fucking saint. Other women that are like tore apart when their boyfriends break up with them and treat them like shit. I'm like, look at your fucking social media. I would cheat on you too. Look at what you do when how are we supposed to, how could I look at this girl and be like, all the sacrifices I'm making to be with you are worth it?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It is.
And your friends are gross. I don't care if your friends are loyal.
You're your own downfall at the end of the day.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. You genuinely deserve less when you have a high body count. Like even like he said, no matter how hard you try, in a relationship, it won't amount to the amount of faults that you have outside of that relationship, which are the bodies that you caught.
And I feel for those girls too. I like almost feel, I kind of feel bad. Like I'll say I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, they're not thinking about it logically when, they're going through their hoe phase. And then they turn around, they find a guy that they truly love and that the guy like truly loves her.
Yeah.
He can't get over it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he leaves her or he cheats or something and they're torn and they don't understand what they did wrong. You've ruined it years ago.
Yeah.
And everything you say, every time you say some little shit, trust me, he notices. Every time he sees your friends acting a certain way, trust me, he notices it. I feel hard. I feel bad, but that's life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit.
It's life. That's how it is. Where are we? Hoe friends.
No, it's hard.
Oh, one more thing about social circle. Does your girl even have friends? One, like obviously, if she does have friends, you want them to be good friends, pure friends. They don't do hoe shit. They don't go clubbing, whatever. But girls who don't have any friends, those are the girls who are usually on dating apps and filling the time that they would have with their friends with being filled by dudes. Girl with no social life is doing something with her time. And if it's not something productive, she's probably just in and out of shit.
Yeah.
And it's also very odd when a girl can't keep friends.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah,
weird?
I mostly think of it as like, you're the problem type thing. I never think of it on like a relationship level. It's more just like you're probably a shitty person in
Something
general.
might happen with dudes or
Yeah.
whatever. Here's the thing too, like everything kind of just resolves back to body count, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Girls will say like body count doesn't matter, whatever, whatever. What's the first thing a girl says when she doesn't like a girl? That girl's a fucking hoe. Like
Yeah.
she's a whore.
Yeah.
They know, like in their heart of hearts, they know it's wrong, but they still do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just that shit sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Because like it's one thing that is the main downfall for women. Like out of everything here, most of the shit you can kind of look past, but that one thing is just like the thing that sticks forever.
Because it means so much.
It means so much, bro. You know, all of these can like, you can kind of just fucking throw them out the window, but that one, that shit sticks.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah. All right. We got that.
All right, yeah, attire. Now this one I'm super passionate about because like, it's like the easiest way to spot a hoe just like from a mile away, you know? A bitch will see, I gotta stop saying bitch, but like a girl will constantly say, I do it for me, I wanna look good and feel good and shit like that. We all know it's bullshit. That shit
Take your hat off your cap.
Exactly. That shit is bullshit. And same thing with the makeup thing, but it's not as bad. Like, it's fucking makeup.
Makeup.
That's it's whatever. But like shit like, she's wearing a mini skirt, she's wearing short booty shorts and shit like that. She's wearing crop tops. She's not wearing a bra and she's got the nipples showing through
That's
this shit.
The worst.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. Nipple piercings.
Yeah, all that kind of shit. Like, bro, why are you showing the world that's like one? Like, nobody has to see that shit, If you're in a relationship, fucking keep it between you and your dude. Even for myself, like at a certain point, I like made a vow of modesty for myself, like not to post anything too crazy. Like every couple months, maybe every 6 months, I'll post like a fitness update. But outside of that, I don't go out looking like a hoe trying to attract attention from outside, people or bitches or whatever. And like, your lady should be doing the same, dress with some decency. Only time you should be wearing like booty shorts or those tight ass gym shorts is when you're in the fucking gym. You shouldn't be going to Starbucks and walking around Target.
The fuzzy slides.
Exactly, the fuzzy slides. Again, the crop tops and shit where you see under boob and shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit is nah.
Yeah, it should be obvious. Yeah, I think you just hit that on the head.
Yeah.
Past attire.
Yeah.
She's dressing like a hoe. She's probably a hoe.
Yeah.
Church. All right. This kind of goes with attire, but it's more like her physical appearance. Colored hair, tattoos, piercings, and this, she wouldn't wear this, at least I think not, the fucking tapestry.
Oh yeah.
In her room.
If she's got a tapestry in her on her wall or on her ceiling, plus the fucking LED lights, nah.
They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
She wanted that aesthetic.
Oh, and crystals.
Yeah.
Crystals.
That too.
She's a cocksucker.
Yeah. It could go like, maybe you have like a really spiritual girl who like takes good care of herself, but crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah. If everything else is in check and she uses crystals, don't get rid of her for her fucking crystals. But something to look out for. She has like red hair, especially. She's on fucking demon timing. Even girls will act like they don't know that's a thing. All girls know that's a thing.
Yeah.
They just know. Tattoos.
I mean,
it doesn't count. I'm a man.
Yeah, Don is number one hoe. So that's an accurate representation, actually.
I get to do what I want. That's different.
But here's the thing about tattoos, right? Okay, a lot of tattoos, red flag in general. But the main places you want to look out for, the like center boob tat, spine tat, tramp stamp, and then the thigh tat,
Butterfly.
butterfly. You got the fucking like Japanese letters in the middle of the spine.
Yo, you're right. What the fuck?
Bro, I'm telling you.
I feel like every girl I've been with has,
Yeah, and then the thigh tat, like any type of thigh hip tat, one that goes all the way up or like whatever it is, you just watch out for it.
Yeah.
Watch out for it. Yeah.
She could have some small tats. It's also just like large tattoos are very masculine. And it's like the chances you're going to have a really good feminine woman who has a fucking sleeve, probably not.
Yeah.
She's probably a little hard, you know. She probably went through some shit, dick, and was like heartbroken and then was like, I'm going to have, you know, like a big moment transformation right now. Give me the fattest butterfly tattoo you could find. Also, I'm dyeing my hair red.
Yeah.
You know,
There are so many different ones, and like this one is it's kind of fucked up, but like, you know, it's true. Are like tattoos with like TikTok meaning. Like there's like this one for like, you know, grape survivors or whatever like that. Like it'll be like a Medusa tattoo.
Oh no, I think the comma is depressing.
Yeah.
The Medusa is
the Medusa, the comma, like different shit like that. It's like she's probably a dick sucker, you know, like it. If it's true, like, you know, it's a sad situation, but I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. All right, I guess we were gonna talk about that, but we'll just close it out. We'll cover it now. Grape allegations. See, the problem is, and this is like sad. This is life. These girls are usually sexually messed up in the head. Like most porn stars were graped or what's the word for MOL?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that mold. They got mold.
They mold as a child, right?
They're just sexually kind of not okay. For the most part. I'm not saying like if she was through a traumatic situation, you should get rid of her. It's just in a perfect world, if you have the choice, those ones, you know, probably not the right one.
Yeah.
It is sad though.
That's true. It is sad. If it's true, then, you know, it's a sad case. I don't know if you should, you know, sway your judgment. I mean, if a girl said that she got that happened to her or whatever, I probably wouldn't be with her, honestly, just to avoid like the risk.
It's also too, we all know that like hoes be lying about that shit. It happens so much. People lie about that shit.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't like full-fledged grape. You know,
yeah.
They might have just like been on the edge about it, did it, regretted it.
I think the main one is just the lack of accountability, because 90% of the allegations are from parties where people are drinking alcohol, doing drugs, and it's like, okay, maybe you don't remember, maybe, you know, you regret the situation, but you got in that situation in the first place.
And maybe the guy should have known you were too drunk to be doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
And in the woman's defense, when a guy's drunk, he gets a little aggressive. And guys act, I don't like alcohol for men and women, because guys act fucking out of pocket.
Yeah.
And they might get a little pushy when they're hammered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very bad mix. But that's why being in the party scene in general, you're taking young, horny people, giving them drugs to make them loose and messy, and putting them in a spot with loud music, low lights, very little judgment.
Yeah.
And you're expecting what to happen? Everyone have a good time and just be normal.
That is a great fucking point. That is like just the recipe for disaster, to be honest with you.
That's on a greater scale of what's happening in this country.
Yeah.
With everyone, you know, the system wants us to be degenerate and stupid.
Yeah. But you see, I feel so bad because it makes it hard to believe the people that it actually happens to, you know? And like those people I want to feel bad for, but I can't believe them anymore because
Until.
yeah, you know, like honestly, it's like the bitch is guilty until proven innocent, you know? Like I don't believe you until there's proof, until a dude admits it, until like there's some type of security footage or some shit. Just because so many bitches lie about it and like regret their decisions, you know, don't remember everything precisely, or you know, are out of their character and shit like that at one moment, and then whatever it is, like.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad as fuck.
Yeah.
It's sad that that's the world we live in, but as a man, you have to protect your energy over everything.
Mm-hmm.
As a woman too, protect your energy. You know what I mean? When you're faced with situations like that, me personally, I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have enough. I'm not even being arrogant. I have enough options that.
Yeah. And
it's like, why would I?
And one thing about that is, if a girl says that that's happened to her, again, what he said, walk away, because if it happened to him, to an ex or something like that, it could happen to you. Like that is one thing that I'm very fearful of, is that, you know, out of nowhere, I'm accused of some shit and I'm like...
And you're black.
I'm black. I'm losing. Okay, I'm black. I'm poor. I look like a threat to some people. So it's like I lose 10 times out of 10, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
especially if it's a white girl.
Yeah, and that's my type. So like I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm fucked 100%. So like if a girl ever says that's happened to her, or that, you know, it was an ex that did it, especially, there are some girls that are like, you know, my ex did that to me. I'm like, that's like...
Like, why would your ex do that if you guys are already...
Yeah, I don't know.
And also too, if you want to date a girl and she like her ex treated her like shit, she's probably not the right...
Yeah.
That's a fucking huge red flag.
Yeah.
Like, she should tell me her relationships before me were very healthy. We just grew apart.
Yeah.
She's like, I had the most toxic ex.
Yeah.
He's a fucking piece of shit. She's still attached to that man just by the way that she's emotionally speaking about him. You don't want that.
That's one thing also that I think about often is how somebody does speak about their ex. Because for me, I used to speak poorly about my exes because, you know, insecurity and thinking that, you know, the world is the problem, until I took a step back and was like, you know what? I was like kind of beta in the situation, and she thought that I was hella insecure, emasculine. Is that a fucking word? Emasculine?
You were emasculated.
Yeah, I was emasculated and shit like that. Like, you know, it took me so long to figure that out and like really like just acknowledge I was the problem in some of these situations. Even though like there wasn't a specific thing that I did, it was a collective of things. Like, I'm acting like a bitch here. Like, you know, I'm letting this bitch walk all over me. That's my fault. That's not the female's fault for walking over me. She's testing me. What is that? What it's
shit
called?
Test.
Yeah, she's shit testing me, and I'm failing the shit test over and over and over again because I'm this blue-pilled beta that's like, I want to make you happy and shit, you know?
The fault is always on the man, no matter what. Because if you choose to be with a girl who's fucked up, you're the gatekeeper. Like, you're the man. You're the order. That's how it is. Like, if your girl's not acting right and she's disrespecting you, it's usually just a reflection of how you're going about your life.
Yeah.
You know? So as much as like we're talking about women and like, you know, there's definitely some girls who are listening to this saying we're fucked up or whatever.
Maybe.
At the end of the day, it's always on the man. That's why you have to be the best man possible and know this shit.
Yeah, you got to know this shit, and also like you have to be in a position to make a choice.
Yeah.
You know?
She doesn't want to act like that.
Yeah, yeah. You want to be able to choose this is like what the video's about, is vetting a girl. Like, you want to be able to choose who you end up with. You know, you don't want to settle. You know, you can settle, but settle for some good shit. Don't settle for ugly bitch that has a ton of guy friends, that likes to go to the club, has a body count above
no
20.
dad is an alcoholic. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like at least choose choose somebody better. So develop yourself to be in the position to be able to choose who you want.
And then you'll find a good girl and you'll be able to give her a good life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's doing a service to the world when you... The only reason that we have women like this is because guys accept women like this.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is.
A lot of them get rewarded for it. OnlyFans girls, like they get rewarded
literally, you'd have to fucking shoot me before I pay for an OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Guys are rewarding this type of behavior. And that's why people continue. It's everything in this world falls back on the man.
Mm-hmm.
Women only act like this because guys accept it.
Yeah.
But if sluts were shamed, like society was, the role model wasn't Ice Spice and Cardi B, this wouldn't even be a discussion. Yeah. But these are the people that we're promoting to be famous and shit like that. Like, we're paying for OnlyFans. Pretty privilege is extremely real. They have life on easy mode.
Yeah, but
we allow it.
Yeah, we allow it, but so do we in certain aspects. You know,
I mean,
we might not be able to get into the club for free, but you get to smash a bitch every week.
Yeah, but like life on easy mode, maybe dating on easy mode. But things aren't like handed to me.
Yeah.
Like nobody's paying for my fucking meals and my rent, you know?
True.
But yeah. That was about, what was that even about?
That was this.
Oh, no, that was this. We just
skipped
up.
Okay.
Social media, her accounts would be private. Offer it. If she has thousands of followers, no. If she, what was the one you said about the looking like? Follows guys who.
Oh yeah. If she follows dudes that look like you, you're cooked. You know.
Yeah. Also,
one thing, and this I actually got from my business because, it's this concept of, you know, if I'm able to find these people, because I was having this issue where I was trying to find people that hadn't worked with a videographer before. And it's like, if I'm able to find them on Instagram, everybody else is able to find them on Instagram. So same thing with bitches. It's like, if you're able to hit that girl up on Instagram and slide into her DMs, there are tons of dudes that are able to do that. So don't think that you're fucking special.
And they will.
They will. They have done it. You know, you think you're the first Instagram dude to slide in and smash that bitch? No. And there's gonna be more after you too.
And obviously, if she's posting ass pics, get rid of her.
Yeah, if you find the girl through Instagram in the first place, Instagram or TikTok, I don't think you should even really be taking it serious.
Yeah, you're not gonna find your wife on Tinder.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm gonna say that because a lot of people date people they met off Tinder.
Yeah.
That ain't it. I don't want to cover too much social media.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's the cat again.
Yeah. Come on, cat.
Oh hell no. Yeah, I don't want to take too much time on social media, but if she has a shit ton of followers, accounts not private, she posts like a whore.
Follows a bunch of dudes, follows dudes that look like you, has a bunch of dudes following her. Like, if her account isn't like her high school friends, her high school, you know, buddies and shit like that, like girls and shit, then nah, bro.
Yeah, especially if she has posts with a bunch of dudes too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And if she has a, what is it called? Highlights with like explicit like photos.
Yes,
that's
so subliminal.
Yeah, you just know. It's like you got the different ones, like, you know, highlights of her like with the little fucking mirror pictures, like looking like a slut.
The title will be like a sunflower.
Yeah.
So like
It'll always be shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. This is huge. If she's still in contact with her exes or friends with benefits, that shit is out the fucking window.
And honestly, it's hard to know, like, unless you're a dude that goes through girls' phones and shit like that, like, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a secret, you know, for as long as it can be.
If you're around enough, it'll just come up.
Yeah.
Like, someone's gonna eventually text her and then be like, who's that? And If she lies, you definitely gotta fucking leave her.
Yeah.
If she tells you the truth, let me see that fucking chat.
Yeah.
You know? Never ask to go through your girl's phone. But when you see something, then you ask. If you're just like sitting around and you're like, babe, I want to go through your phone, that just shows her what you're like thinking about, who she's talking to. It's kind of just like weird insecurity. But if your girl's texting someone and it looks like a dude, be like, yo, who's that?
Yeah. Yeah. And,
You know?
yo, shut up, nigga. All right. Nah, but to that point also,
Embarrassing.
if your girl flinches or like tries to grab the phone, like, you know, anything like that, when you grab it or check it or whatever, then there's something there that she doesn't want you to see. Because I've done this in the past where, like, you know, I would kind of just like, somebody would grab my phone and then be looking at it, and then I would just like look over and then see what the fuck, you know, because, all right, what are you gonna like go through and see? Damn, Kat, you mad annoying. But all right, what are you gonna go through? Like, what are you gonna fucking find or whatever? But now, like, you know, with my girl and shit like that, she could take my phone and walk around like wherever the fuck she wants to, because, you know, my shit is like extra clean because I'm a fucking ninja. No, I'm kidding.
That's right.
Nah, but
Smart.
yeah, but like same thing with her. Like, you know, I have her password. She tells it to me all the time and I keep forgetting. But, you know,
That's a good sign though. If you remember it, then you think something's up.
yeah, you know, like,
Yeah. Like if your girl's on Snapchat and you like grab it to go on a filter and she freaks out, that's bad.
you know what? Like I didn't go through her phone, but I just like kind of saw what app she had on there. She didn't even have Snapchat anymore.
That's even better.
Yeah, because like, you know, I told her initially, like, I don't use Snapchat. I think it's a degenerate app or whatever.
It
and,
is.
And she was like, yeah, I have it, but I don't use it. And like now I saw like the little, you know, like when you don't use the app for a while,
It's
like,
not downloaded.
yeah. So like, you know, I saw that and I was like, nice. You know, like
Yeah, there you go.
that's good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we know she's loyal. She's a good lady.
She's a good girl.
Yeah. Yeah, and if she's in contact with anyone she's ever fucked with, that's even harder to know.
Yeah.
But obviously, get rid of her. And to be honest, if your girlfriend's had friends with benefits,
Yeah.
that's kind of, yeah. Like, your girl was fucking someone without wanting a connection or knowing that she wasn't going to get a connection out of it and was literally just being used as a sex toy.
Yeah. You don't want that.
And you're better than this man.
Yeah, you don't want that for yourself.
Hell no, that ain't it. I don't want to. We're high on time, so next one we have like distance. It's 2024. There's no reason to date a girl who's living more than like 45 minutes away from you.
Yeah.
Long distance ain't it?
Yeah. Honestly, it's preferable to date a girl like in your town or within like a really short vicinity. One, convenience, and two, usually like there's nothing they wouldn't risk getting caught up, I feel like. You know?
Yeah.
If you can show up at that person's doorstep in like a moment's notice, it's not even worth, you know, you feel me? Like if you're hours away or whatever it is, that person could live a whole fucking double life and you won't even fucking know
You
a
have
thing.
No idea.
No
No
clue.
fucking clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, also the area she lives in, if she lives in like the city, like Miami,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Like, why are you even gonna date this girl? Girls don't live in Miami because they think it's a good place to live. Girls live in Miami for a specific reason.
Yeah. Exactly.
Partying, clubbing, getting shit paid for.
Pretty much. And if you're also in New York, here are a couple places. We'll do, yeah, New York. Yeah, definitely like trendy spots in Brooklyn, not the hood particularly, but like the trendy spots and shit like that, like Williamsburg, Dumbo, the Navy Yard, and then also like Manhattan, obviously. Like if she's paying like $5,000 a month for rent, she's doing it for a reason. It's not for career development. It's to fucking get the New York experience, which includes New York dick.
Yeah.
That should just be noted.
The Bronx.
Yeah.
It's just so hood rat.
It's so
fucking gross.
it's yeah. You shouldn't be looking for a wife there anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Basically.
Yeah, nah.
If a girl tells me she's from the Bronx, I'm like, bro, like, what are you fucking...
Probably like a bad Dominican, but
Yeah, she probably give some next level gummers, but
yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. You probably sucked up A Boogie too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Also too, like celebs from their city, they're fucking on site. Mm-hmm. Like if you're a girl from Brooklyn and Pop Smoke hit you up, you have no choice. You know
that's one that we should have talked about, is if she has like people with a large following
Oh, that goes
her.
without being said, bro. If your girl's being followed by a fucking celebrity, like you can't win. Because status is number one.
There was this one time I was talking to this girl that said that she sucked up some football player. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I knew a girl who fucked a hockey player.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
But, I actually have what's his name? I have somewhat of a bond now with this white dude. It's not, what is it? Vanilla Ice.
You have a bond with Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
What? What does that even mean? What?
We both smashed the same bitch.
Did you? How do you know? Oh,
Because you told me, yeah.
Damn, she fucked Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice is mad old.
Yeah.
How old is she?
I think like mid-20s or something like that.
Shout out Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Nice baby. Damn.
Wasn't the best looking girl, so it wasn't, you know.
When you're Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, but like, you know, when she told me that, I was like, word? I was like, that's kind of crazy. So, and she's from Miami actually too, so that should tell you something.
Yep, there you go.
Stripper also. Occupation, that's one of the ones on the list.
Yeah, that's when you live in Miami, that's definitely the move. Speaking of move, travel. Mm-hmm. If a girl has been all around the country, she's had a taste of probably every flavor.
Oh, not even all around the country. We're talking, she's going like Jamaica.
All around the world.
She's going to Jamaica, DR, Italy. She's sucking off one of these foreign dudes.
Bro, Ernesto was digging in your girl, bro. I promise you.
100%.
Yeah.
Jamaica's getting so popular now. Like, I see so many girls just going to Jamaica, and I'm like, they are definitely getting piped down by,
you know what that means,
some Rasta.
Bro? Like, African American is 5 bodies, a Jamaican is 10.
Yeah. I hear what they be slanging.
Bomba club.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, anyone who's obsessed with traveling, especially who she travels with. She went to a few spots with her family. All right, you know, I'm sure she's not getting fucked with her dad around, you know.
Yeah.
But if she's going on trips, like,
it's possible though.
With her, it's still possible. Yeah. Not ideal, but if she's going on trips with like her best friend or a group of girls, she is getting piped.
And on top of that, how they prepare for the trip, right? You know, like there's a difference between getting ready and looking nice and then going all out. She'll get her nails done. She'll get her hair done. She'll bring the baddest bikini that you never even seen her in. And then on top of that, they'll also bring like a bottle of like Patron and shit like that with the anticipation of drinking. It'll be all the wildest shit that you never even got that treatment from her. You never even seen her look that nice, but she'll go to Jamaica and get ready like that just to get piped down by some Rasta.
This is a weird red flag. And I don't even know if it's a red flag. Maybe it's just me.
Acrylic nails?
No. I think that's really hot. I fuck with acrylic nails. Yeah. But like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's so nitpicky, but that's basically what
I
we're
nitpick
doing
that
here.
one.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
When a girl doesn't really get dressed up for you, but she gets dressed up to go out.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird to me. Like, obviously, if you're coming to my crib, I'm not telling you to dress to the nines. But if you're taking your girl out and she's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But then the like one time a year you let her go get, turned up with her friends or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's dressed better than you've ever seen her. That's just like, I don't think it means she's cheating. It's just like, why can't you do that for me?
Yeah.
That's how guys think though. That's weird.
And it's not like I want you to do that for me, But it's like, in comparison to what you're doing for the rest of the world, why the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Like, most dudes don't really give a fuck, you know, like, sure, you could wear bummy clothing. Don't look like a fucking frog or whatever, but, you know, but like, you don't have to, like, get all dressed up, but, like, don't get hella dressed up to go out without me and then, like, kind of dress mad average and, like, gross.
Also, too, when you're a guy and you're especially a good looking man and you get a bunch of looks in public and you're in a relationship, you can't help but to compare the girls that are staring at you to the girl that you're with. And if your girlfriend looks fucking homeless when you guys go to Target and all the bad bitches are staring at you, it's kind of hard to like want to stay with your girl.
Yeah.
She looks like fucking shit, but you have nines looking at you right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it, yeah.
Like, especially, that happened to me.
Yeah.
You know? That shit was like, yeah. That shit was whack, bro. That was fucking whack.
Yeah.
I would like look at my girl and then I'd look at the other girls and I would just be like, do you even like, does this even collect in your head that you look like a fucking boy right now? Like, why are you wearing sweatpants? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I can't comment on that one right now.
Yeah. And then they'll go, oh, that bitch is looking at you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, probably because you look like a fucking 7 right now.
I've never even had that happen before.
What?
Where my lady has said, like, you know, that bitch was looking at you.
You're smart because I know she's watching this. And you're being moving tact right now, so she, no, I'm kidding. No, yeah. Oh, all the time. Bro, my ex used to get fucking livid. Because everywhere we went.
Yeah.
No arrogant shit, but everywhere we went, like, I was getting looks. And, like, yo, it made me want to fucking cheat, too. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you know what I mean? It's like a bunch of options in my face, and then, you know, that. And she would be like, these bitches have no fucking respect. Like, why are they looking at you? Like, I don't know. I'm blind.
Yeah.
Babe, I didn't notice.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I was looking too. And meanwhile, you're giving direct eye contact to the bitch. Like,
I'm just like, looking back. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
not
just
right
like,
now.
Yeah, not right now. Come back in 2 weeks, though.
Yeah. After I go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Based on a true story.
Yeah. Modern feminists and liberals. I feel like that should be.
Liberal. I was literally going to add that before, but we were in the middle of something. And everyone knows I'm also a feminist, so.
Yeah. Me too, yeah.
I don't mean old feminists, you know, the ones that were like fighting for voting rights or whatever. I mean women power, wear what you want, fuck who you want, feminists. Those girls are out the fucking window.
Yeah,
If she's like a full-blown liberal, that means she's just really emotional and doesn't think about shit. And yo, if that girl is involved in anything pride, if your girl was bisexual, if she's in that whole pride shit, just know that girl who's watching a bunch of fucking drag queens and trainees run around is gonna raise your son and daughter.
Yeah.
And that's the role model you're gonna have in your family.
Yeah. And to that point, actually, if she goes to the Pride Parade, because here's the thing about the Pride Parade is that they all dress like sluts when they go. Like, it's disgusting. I've never been, but I see the little pictures that they post every year, and it's just like, it's so gross, bro.
Gross.
Like no homophobia. Yes, but
I'm homophobic. I'm gonna say it right. I'm pretty homophobic.
Yeah, extremely. Yeah. But like, it's just gross. Like, not only from, like, you know, the LGBT people, but like the bitches that also stand with them, you know?
This is like, I brought this before. I forget what we were kind of talking about alcohol, and I was talking on like a spiritual level. I feel the same way about the whole liberal pride thing. These people are fucking godless. These are godless people.
Yeah.
Whether you like, I don't even mean like if you don't believe in God, you know that there's a spiritual war going on right now. And it's good versus evil. You have fucking Satanist Hollywood, gay people running around, pride parades, all that disgusting shit. And then you have the good side, or the fucking normal people. If your girl is involved in the other side, you can't live in a household with that woman.
Yeah.
You guys, like, because that just, it's so hard to explain. She's not spiritually aligned with me. She could never understand the world nearly to the level that I understand it. And I can't love her knowing that she believes in that fucking evil.
Yeah.
And she's too dumb to understand what's actually going on.
Yeah.
I can't be around people like that. I'm not even friends with people like that.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I agree.
can you imagine I was like a full-blown liberal pride parade? We couldn't even have this fucking combo right now. You know
I couldn't even imagine it. Because I'm not friends with anybody like that. Like, the closest thing I have to that is my lady. And, you know, she gets so upset with me whenever I say, like, yeah, I probably would never be friends with, like, a gay person, you know?
Same reason I wouldn't be friends with a fucking woman. Like,
exactly.
It's even just worse if they're gay, because they don't bring you shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, obviously we have to differentiate the good gays from the bad gays, because I have noticed some pretty, you know, all right gays where it's like, you know, I don't mind you, you know?
Yeah. It's just like the overly flamboyant.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a guy and whatever you do in the bedroom, I treat people with respect. Like, I'm not going to hate you because you're gay.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I just, on average, and we're talking like, I don't really know any gay men that don't act like little fucking bitches, you know?
Yeah.
There's a very, very small percentage, you know what I mean, that acts like a normal human being.
Yeah.
That, I'm like, all right, you know? I won't be seen in public with that person because I don't want people to think I'm Batty Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Chi Chi Man.
Yeah, Chi Chi Man.
You know?
Where you learned that shit from?
I don't know. I think I was watching this guy, Phil Nobet, on YouTube. He makes fun of rappers with like cartoon animations, and he was making fun of how Drake just like cops accents all the time. And the whole concept was Drake was like, guys, give me something cool to say. And they told him to be like, Drake's a batty boy, Chi Chi Man. And Drake didn't know what it meant, so he just kept saying it. Yeah.
Infant Batty Boy.
Batty
Crazy.
Boy. Yeah, so I mean there's that. But yeah, any of that modern day feminist shit. If you're a real one, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you're not, I don't really care. I'm not gonna save you. So
yeah. Again, modern feminism.
Modern feminism.
Modern.
We're not
the old school shit where they actually like are advocating for women's rights and
like,
you know
don't
good
give
shit.
Your wife a knuckle sandwich when she doesn't make dinner.
Yeah. That we like that stuff, you know.
That's just cool.
We care about women, but the other shit that's like, you know, degenerate, not so much.
When it really comes down to it, it's because we care about men and women. That's why we have these talks.
Exactly.
Because I'm trying to make the world a better place. And we're going to upset some people in the process. Yeah. Inevitable. Oh, well. You try to please everyone, you please no one. What school does she go to? And, like, I don't really mean high school because you can't really fix that. But is your girl going to, like, a SUNY? Is she norming?
Well, for those outside of, like... Yeah. Like, if your girl is going to, like, you know, a party school like ASU or Syracuse or Buffalo or any Miami school, any Florida school, like Southern Florida school.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Tampa,
Jesus.
Miami, like any of them, bro. FSU, like, nah.
If you're a girl and your boyfriend is going to a school in Miami, he's cheating on you. I'm not saying you should leave him for that, but he is cheating.
Yeah, he is cheating on you.
Yeah.
But like every girl that, you know, you see in the bio, like what school they go to, and it's some Florida shit, I just know they're getting cracked.
But it's also like, why would you date a girl who leaves for 4 months and goes to Florida and then you see her for 3 months? Like, wow. Feels like a hot dog in a hallway in this bitch, you know what I mean? It's not the same. Tyrone was here.
Yeah, it ain't.
It says it on the walls.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I would avoid girls who are going to. I said SUNY. If you're not from New York State and you're watching this, that's like a university in New York State. So big state universities, shit like that. I'm not saying if your girl's educated and goes to college, she's not it. But you should at least be close enough where you live close and you are constantly seeing her and you can do that.
She should fucking commute to school. She shouldn't dorm.
To be honest.
Yeah, if she's dorming, like,
not ideal.
Not ideal. No. You can't be there. I don't know how it works 100%, but you can't be there 24/7. You need to get it like a key card or like have your ID checked in. And if you got to go through all those steps to see your girl, that gives her way more time to just like hide shit, right? Because I think like the people at the front have to notify them like, okay, you're here to see who, like they have to come down here or like, it's like, you know, your bitch could tell Tyrone to get the fuck out. She could clean up all the condom wrappers. It's like, nah.
Like, in the matter of 1 minute.
Pretty much.
Know? So there's that. What is she majoring in? What is her career? We all know nursing. Just don't.
Nursing, PT, personal trainer, stuff like that.
Yeah, just in any environment where it's male dominated, or at least like the higher power is usually a male, like a doctor, late hours together. If your girl's a personal trainer, she's around other jacked men all fucking day, constantly doing physical activity with them. It's.
And I think one that we didn't actually write down, but I think is really important are the useless majors like psychology or liberal arts and shit like that.
What's that? I just want to know.
It's like it's bullshit. I think it's like it's like the standard, like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do and like I'm just gonna choose that.
But so for me personally, I could be with a girl who's like fucking broke. I wouldn't really care.
Yeah.
Or she could just work some bullshit ass job. She work at McDonald's. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
You know what I mean? But I mean, unless there's like a reason for her to be cheating while she's in those majors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stuff like that wouldn't bother me personally.
Yeah, nah. It's not so much about you know, the outcome of the job. It's more so just like you're those. I feel like those types of majors, you're going to college for the experience rather than the education.
Yeah.
And those are the people you gotta like watch out for, you know?
That is true.
Yeah.
Also, like, why are you going for psychology?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
you know.
Why are you fucked up? Do you need to understand more about people?
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Rumors about your girl, they're probably true.
One thing that I feel like every like 16-year-old, honestly, like, you know, you could be an adult and still go through this if you don't have the experience, but we tend to like believe women because we're indoctrinated into this like thinking of, you know, women are angels and like they are like this precious little thing that should be taken care of, which is true initially until they're tainted and ruined. Then it's like, no, fuck that bitch.
Because it's, you know what it is? It's unfortunate that you have to be this cold. It really is unfortunate.
It is. But like the rumors thing, you know, you'll hear them and then you'll confront her about it and then she'll say it's not true or it's an exaggeration. Yeah. Believe every fucking rumor, you know? Yeah. If there aren't any rumors, then that's a good thing. It's either she doesn't do it or she's
always laid low.
Yeah, she's always laid low. And you can respect somebody for that kind of, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she's in a sorority, that is, you added that, but it just hit me why that's huge. If you're in a sorority, there's usually a male frat that they kind of go hand in hand. All her sorority sisters are going to be pushing her to be with frat guys. And you are not one of them. And they're going to go to parties and they can only get in if they're fucking with a frat guy or they're hot enough to be fucking with a frat guy. So your girl is going to be at these frat parties, which we already said you shouldn't be with a girl who's a fucking party animal to begin with. Yeah. But if you are and she's in a sorority, you're on such a losing battle already off rip.
Yeah, like honestly, bro, like the whole college culture is just it's terrible.
Yeah.
And like if you're a dude and you're not going to college or you don't go to the same school, it's just gonna be like so difficult. Like don't even try to get into a relationship with somebody that's in college, that dorms at college, and you're not in that college.
Because why?
Yeah.
Why would you?
It's a shit show.
It's just, yeah, it's not it.
They're gonna be going to clubs and parties, and they're gonna be going to places that you can't even get to. They're gonna be going to the on-campus fucking pizzeria. You can't even get there, bro. So like it just sucks. Like if you meet somebody that is, in school, it's not even worth it.
Not it. And the last one, this bitch is in the military.
You get the most experience. You gotta go with this.
Why? Just why? Why would,
Yeah.
if we're talking male-dominated environments and you're surrounded by a bunch of fucking lesbians too, literally everyone there is sex deprived and like wants to fuck your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Even Michael Jackson knows. I shouldn't even have to elaborate on that.
Yeah. I mean,
Away for months on end.
I mean, I've heard the rumors, like, I think they have like the names like Barracks Bunnies, yeah, like shit like that. It's not a good move. Unless you do like there's some people, like some couples that do the whole like get married and
Couple military stuff. Yeah.
That's a little bit better, but
It's also too, chances are they're like a modern feminist and they're big liberals if they're in the fucking military.
you think so?
Oh yeah, because all like women join the military not because they want to kill people and fight for the country, because they want to have like a big upbringing moment for like women power. That's why most women do it. It's like, I'm gonna go challenge myself and be a strong woman. Meanwhile, they're doing like half the work in the military because the standards are lower. That's my problem with women in the military too. If our job is to create the best fighting force that we could possibly create, we have a standard for men. The standard should just be the same the whole way around. Because there are some badass fucking women who could do 20 pull-ups and 50 push-ups and run 5 miles. They're a very small percentage. If I was, regardless of what women say, when it's time to actually go into war, I would ask them this. You get a group of 6. I'm not sure if that's true, but say you get a group of 6 that you're going to get, deployed with and you're on a mission. Would you rather be with 5 other dudes or 5 other girls? And if you're a man, would you rather be with 4 other dudes and 1 girl, or would you just rather have 5 other dudes? Everyone's choosing the dudes when it's life or death, because the woman is probably gonna hold them back.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, like, here's the thing about the military, because it's tricky nowadays, because the military, to be honest, has gotten soft.
Oh, for sure.
Of course, we have like cool ass fucking like weapons and shit like that. But like I see the people that go to the military, and even when they come back from basic or from like being in it for a year or so, they're still either hella skinny, overweight, still incapable. They just like know how to shoot a gun now, and it's not much of anything,
Yeah, I wouldn't trust those people. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know people who go to the military. They literally gain weight. Like they get fat when they go into the military because they feed you they feed you okay. But it's like the cardio, especially for the Army now, it's just not what it used to be. Like they kind of treat you too well.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's not the same.
They're like, whenever you see the advertisements, it's no longer about like being a cool ass dude that is defending their country. It's about all the benefits. Like you get the GI Bill and like all this other shit. Like, you get to become a doctor for free and, make halfway decent income.
Which I say this to people, younger guys, because obviously recruiters capping their ass off. And their whole job is to convince you, and they're basically salesmen at that point. When you're in Iraq and you're getting your fucking face blown off, was it worth free college? I'm serious. Like
Yeah.
people, they're like, oh, I'll never see war. Most people, I would say 50% of the military see war. Is that worth the risk of you going to college for free, them owning you 24/7, and you're fighting for a country that doesn't really give a fuck about you and we're all corrupt? I would never join. Respect everyone that fights for our freedom. Appreciate you. Could never be me.
Yeah.
I don't like this country enough.
Yeah, me neither. And you know what is like, it's kind of like the 9 to 5 trap where you think it's just an ends to a mean for a short period of time, but then you get sucked the fuck in and you're there for the next 20 years. I see so many dudes that just like, they join, they're like, I just want to like trying to figure out what I want to do. It'll give me some income and I can come out with a fucking Challenger or whatever. And then they end up there for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and
And they're fucked up.
yeah, they're fucked up. They're a fucking amputated veteran on the corner of the fucking street, which is sad.
Yeah,
For
sure. But that had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
We went on a fucking rant about the military. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that actually just wraps it up. Surprisingly, we just ended that talking about modern day military.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but hopefully you go through all these things and you vet out a good woman, and we just helped you out. And if we didn't, oh well.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We tried.
Yeah.
So remember, guys, body count is king. White Line Podcast, episode 5.
Yes, sir.
Deuces. It's on?
Yeah.
It's recording me.
Yeah.
Like the mic.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We were just talking about colored hair. Shit like that. Literally, just finished a podcast. I look at my phone. Girl I used to, we got to be in the light here. Oh, my fucking leg. Girl I used to fuck with just snaps me. She has a whole boyfriend. And he's like low-key cold. Like, I've seen the guy, like, he's pretty big. Respect. This just shows you, She just hits me up. She's like, randomly, Don, I dyed my hair pink. And I said, why? Are you going through a crisis? And she says, like, it's only pink in the front. And I don't know, I'm home alone, need to do something fun. White Line Podcast, the greatest information of all time. Cut vid.